Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with me, and we're going to make, by request, I had someone that requested to see a star card, so we're going to make one of those today. I'll have all of these measurements because it's quite a few of them, so I'll have all of them on my blog with some photos. I'll try to take photos as I go along so that you can see what all is going on. You're going to start off with a piece of cardstock that is 10 5/8 by 12. Now, let me stop right here. I have lots of people who ask me about the eighths. They say they don't know where the eighths is. On your scoreboard, if you go just past the ½ inch toward the next number, like right here, if you go, there's your 1, there's your ½ inch, and if you go right there to that next tall mark, that's your 5/8 of an inch. So that's 5/8 right. Let me see if I can get something to point with besides my stubby finger. That's 5/8 right there. 5/8 is in between your 3/4 and your 1/2. So there's your 5/8. Now these little marks are your 1/16 of an inch, and I very seldom go in 1/16 of an inch. So most all mine will be is 3/8, which is right before the half, or 5/8, which is right after the half. Okay, I hope that helps somebody. So 10 5/8 by 12. You're going to put this piece back in your cutter at 6 inch. So let's go 6 inch right there. And then I'm just going to make a mark with my pencil. You can make a little slit if you want to, but I'm just going to make a little mark with my pencil at that 6 inch mark. Now you're going to trim this off, and this is going to be kind of tricky because my trimmer doesn't go any larger than 12 inches. But you're going to put that little mark, let's see if I can get this on screen. You're going to put that little mark that you made right there where it's going to cut, and then your point down here on this end. So you're going to cut from that mark to the point. Just like that. You're going to cut that away. Save that. That's some good paper you can use for another project. Then you're going to put that point up here again. Let me move it down. You can put that point in where you're going to cut at again. And then you're going to put the other point down here in your scoreboard on the other end. See, that's there, and my point up there. So you're going to cut from point to point, just like that, and you made a triangle. So there is a nice triangle. Okay, now let's lay this aside for a minute. Now you're going to need quite a bit of paper on this, but it will be worth it, believe me. You're going to need a piece of, I'm going to use white paper. I'm going to double mat this, so I'm going to use white paper for the back. This is 5½ by 4 3/4, and you're going to need 7 of these pieces. Now one of them you're not going to trim down. One of them you're going to leave in a triangle shape. So let me tell you that in a minute. But on this piece, on the 5½ inch side, and you're going to mark at 2 3/4. So make a little mark in the middle at 2 3/4. Now you're going to put that little mark right there where it's going to start cutting at, and your point down here. Now I'm going to show you a little trick to keep from it jaggering up your edges. You know, sometimes when you try to cut at a point like that, it'll stub up and make your edges all jagged. Lay your trimmer down, your blade down, and cut in the middle, from the middle first. And then you get a nice cut. Alright, then you're going to put that back in your trimmer, the point to point. What we're doing is making another triangle. And you're going to put that there and trim that off. So you made another triangle. While you have this in your hand, put it back in your trimmer. And let's see. You're going to put this in just one side. It doesn't matter because this is a perfect triangle. at 1 1/2. Use your little grid lines to make sure that you've got it straight. And you're going to cut that 1 1/2 off. You're going to hold that because you're going to use it. And then you're going to put this back up at your 1/4. Now your 1/4 inch, let me show you that on here, on my trimmer anyway. This is your 1/4 inch right there. So I'm putting that right up at my 1/4 inch, and then I'm just following my little grid line down through there to make sure it's straight. And you're going to trim that 1/4 of an inch off. And again, I'm going to drop my blade in the center and cut that off. So see, and you don't need that, so just toss that away, save that piece. Now for your design paper, or the paper that you're going to use on the top, this piece is going to be, let me see, this piece is 4 1/2 by 5 1/8, and you're going to measure 2 5/8. So put that on the 2 5/8 inch mark, and then make a little tiny mark right there at the top. Then again, you're going to cut a triangle, so you're going to go from that mark to the point. And from that mark to the other point to make your triangle. Whoops, I think I let it slip a little. There we go. So there's our triangle. Now we're going to trim this down again. So this one, you're going to put just one side of your triangle, it doesn't matter which, at 1 1/4. And you're going to trim that away. Save that. You're going to use it. And then you're going to set this at the 1/2 inch mark, which is 1/2 inch mark on this side is right there, and the 1/2 inch mark on this side is right there. So I'm going to put it on my 1/2 inch mark, using my grid line to make sure it's straight, and hold at the tip. Set it down in the center so I don't slide it when I start to pull it, and I trim that down. Okay, so let me get some shots of this. So we have all of our mats on, front and back. Now this is going to be our inside, so we're going to put this piece right here, but we're going to do some stamping on that first. And before I forget, we're going to put our magnet down. This is one of our large basic gray magnets. They're really strong, so we're going to put that down right in the center. It already has the adhesive on the back. Alright, so let's go ahead and get some stamping done on this. Now I think I'm going to heat emboss it. And we're going to use a Sweet and Sassy stamp set. And this one is called Shining Light. And if I can find it, we did carry this in the store last year, but I haven't seen it lately to order. But if I can find it somewhere, I'll put a link to this below. It's a beautiful stamp set. And of course, you know I love lighthouses, and it has this lighthouse on it that I'm going to put right there. So we're going to use our Tim Holtz stamp platform because that's going to make it a lot easier for me. And again, I'm going to put some repositionable tape on the back of this just so I can set it out here somewhere. Whoops. There we go. And then we'll put our lighthouse down. I'm going to put it right at the top because I think I'm going to try to stamp a sentiment right underneath it. So I'm going to put it up here like that, I think. That looks a little crooked. That looks better. And let's take our Versamark ink. If you're going to emboss, this is the best ink there is to emboss with. Let's take our little powder tool, rub over this so that we don't get the embossing powder everywhere that we don't need it. We do have all of these in stock, and I will link them below. Stamp that down. I'm just going to make sure that it got a good impression, and it looks like I do. So let's go ahead and pull that up, and I'm going to use some, this is called Fern embossing powder, and it's from Blue Fern. I think it'll go good with that. So we're going to put this on. Oh, isn't that pretty? Okay, let's put this back in the jar before I make a big mess. Now you see all of this embossing powder around that's just sitting there that we don't need? Just click it a couple of times with your finger and all of that should come off, because we did put that powder tool on there. If we hadn't put the powder tool on there, we may have some residue sitting. And then if you see at any little place that you don't want it, just take a little brush and lift it away. And I don't see any more. Okay, so we're going to heat this. And I'll mute it right here so that you don't hear my heat tool going, but I'll let you see how easy. See how pretty that is? When it turns shiny like that, that means that it's all set. Now let's see if we can get a sentiment under this. Let's see what I want to put. Let's just put this, thanks for all you do. This is just a little tiny one that should sit right there perfectly. This stamp set also has Happy Father's Day on there too. So I'm going to use some double-sided tape on the back of this to make it hold down really, really well, since we did emboss it. Pressing that down all the way around. So we've got a nice image in there. Isn't that pretty? And now we can close this up, and all we need to do is put a little center on there with a magnet on the back of it so that it will hold. Now I have punched out a couple of circles with my Stamp It Up punch. This is an old one that I've had forever and a day. I don't have two different sizes of these scallops, so I just punched two of them out, same size. Got my repositionable tape on the back. And then I'm going to put this stamp down, and it just says, "You light up my life." I'm going to put my other magnet on here to make sure that I've got the right side going. Let's see. Okay, we're going to need to stick it to the back of this, and then we can glue that down. And since that one is the same size, I'm just going to offset it just a little bit to make it kind of look like it's a different size. And let's see, I think I will put some pop dots around that magnet, just since it's got some dimension to it, and that will help a little bit, I think. Put this down. So just kind of offset it just a little. Just gives us a shadow, and it makes it look like you've got two different circles going there, even though you don't. And then I'm just going to put this little tiny butterfly right there. Now let's see if this works. Okay, we'll close it up. Doesn't matter which way you close it. Alright, just close it up then and pop that right down there, and there you go. There is your star card. Isn't that pretty? I love that. You could do some stitching around that if you wanted to. I think I'm going to leave it just plain, but I think that is adorable. And you could also put a belly band around this too. If you don't have magnets, you could just put a belly band or a ribbon around it to keep it closed. But that's it. That is our star card. Again, I will put all of these measurements as well as photos on my blog, and that link will be right below. If you click on the link where it says blog post, it'll take you right over to this post. We will talk to you guys later. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. And if you are and you see that little bell, click that little bell till the little parentheses comes around it. That means that you'll be notified every time that we put up a new video. You never know what is up our sleeve. Next week we will be out of town, as we have told you in our previous video, but we're going to have a sale for you guys while we're gone. We won't be able to ship anything until we get back that following Monday, and I think that's on the 18th, but we will take orders all week. You'll just have to have a little bit of a delay in getting your orders out. We'll ship everything that's possible on that Monday. So you can go ahead and order. And since it is going to be a little bit of a delay in shipping, we're going to give you a discount code to get 20% off of everything in the store. Of course, excluding the sale items that are already marked down to half price. That sale code is, if you put that in at checkout, it'll give you 20% off of everything in the store, even the new items. That is next week only, the 10th through the 17th, I do believe it is. So we will put that code in. It'll go active on the 10th, and we will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.